Join me as I dive deep into deciphering what God's guidance is really trying to tell us. Let's see if I can uncover the signs in just 1 week. God's guidance often speaks in subtle, yet profound ways, through quiet moments of reflection, the wisdom of others, and the gentle nudges within your heart. It encourages you to trust when the path is uncertain, to seek kindness and compassion in your actions, and to remember that you are never truly alone. By listening closely, you discover direction, reassurance, and purpose, illuminating your journey even when life's challenges seem overwhelming or unclear. Have you ever felt like you're being nudged towards something, but you're not quite sure what it is, or where it's leading you? That's what we're going to explore today. The mysterious world of divine guidance. It's a concept that can bring so much peace and clarity to our lives, but it can also be really hard to grasp. Essentially, divine guidance refers to the idea that a higher power is communicating with us, guiding us towards our life's purpose. Feeling lost and uncertain about our life's direction is something we all go through at some point. It's like being at a crossroads with multiple paths stretching out before us, and we're not sure which one to take. Sometimes we might feel a sense of restlessness or discontent, like something is missing, but we can't quite put our finger on what it is. Other times, we might feel overwhelmed by the choices before us, and we don't know how to make a decision. These feelings of uncertainty can be really frustrating, especially when we feel like we're supposed to have it all figured out. But the truth is, it's okay to not have all the answers. In fact, it's often in those moments of uncertainty that we're most open to receiving guidance. We might start to question our values and priorities, and we might seek out advice from others. It's a natural part of life, and it's not something to be afraid of. When we're feeling lost, it's easy to get caught up in our own thoughts and worries, but sometimes all we need is to take a step back and listen. We can get so caught up in trying to control every aspect of our lives that we forget to trust in a higher plan. So, how do we recognize and interpret God's guidance? For some people, it might come in the form of signs or synchronicities. Maybe you keep seeing the same number or symbol everywhere you go, or maybe you keep running into people who seem to be sending you a message. For others, it might come through intuition or a gut feeling. Perhaps you've had a dream or a vision that feels significant, or maybe you've felt a sense of peace or clarity about a particular decision. Personal experiences can also be a powerful way that God guides us. Maybe you've had a transformative experience that has shifted your perspective, or maybe you've learned a valuable lesson from a challenging situation. One of the most powerful ways that God's guidance can manifest in our lives is through personal stories and testimonies. I've had a friend who was going through a tough time, feeling stuck and unsure about her future. She was praying for guidance and clarity, and one day, she received a phone call from an old friend who offered her a job opportunity that aligned perfectly with her passions and values. It was a turning point for her, and it led her down a path of growth and fulfillment. Stories like this remind us that God's guidance is always available to us, and it can come in unexpected ways. When we look back on our lives, we can often see how God was guiding us all along, even when we didn't realize it at the time. In conclusion, being open to God's guidance can bring so much peace and clarity to our lives. It's about trusting in a higher plan and being willing to listen and receive guidance. I encourage you to reflect on your own experiences and see if you can identify any moments where you felt guided. Share your stories in the comments below, and be sure to check out my other videos for deeper insights on spiritual growth.